the Series 63, the 65, the 66, the SIE exam. All the FINRA exams and NASAA exams, come here for some help with it. Now, before I get started and into the live, hey, how are you? That's great. I'm glad to see you here. So let's get into this a little bit. Let's start with the number one question I get all the time is, what do I do if I'm taking the test tomorrow? So as I say, get the hell off my live. If you're taking it tomorrow, I don't want you on here. Good luck, vibes, congrats, snaps. We're going to do it. Get some sleep, get off here. Now, if you're taking it tomorrow, you're done, you studied, go get some sleep, do whatever you have to do to relax, glass of wine, smoke a J, whatever it is, okay? Back massage, whatever. Now, the next step is if you're taking it after tomorrow, like say 2 days from now. Tomorrow, don't take any tests really. If you want to do little quizzes, maybe, but nothing big, nothing taxing. Spend the day adding knowledge, okay? Just spend the day just watching videos, watching my videos, reading the book, reading some like the Crunch Time Facts, or if you have Notman, the key topics, or if you have Kaplan, the tips and tricks. All these little things. I think Achievable has a cheat sheet too. I'll have to look that up. I think they do. Now, so that's good for tomorrow and the day after. Now, if it's beyond that, what you want to do is you want to take, if you're within 10 days, you want to take finals every day. In the morning, try to match the time you're taking on the exam if you can, to get the same biorhythms and all that Zen crap, okay? Try to do that. And then every day after you take it, review it in detail, right and wrong answers. Review everything, not just the wrong answers. Review everything in any section you do bad on, either reread, watch a video, or take a quiz on to do it to get that score up. That's your thing. Leading up to that, remember, when you start studying, and if you're just starting now, you want to make sure that you read the book fully. I don't care what test it is. Read the book cover to cover, no tests, no questions, no highlighting, screw the highlighting, no notes. Just read through it. If you want to go through the second time and take notes, that's fine. But we like progress. We want to get through. So those are your plans for taking it. Literally, that's what it is. Taking it tomorrow, stop, get off here. Taking it beyond tomorrow, no tests the day before, but every day but the day before, you're taking finals every day. But you don't need to take finals for a month, like 10 days. You want to do chapter quizzes and like attack the weak stuff up until 10 days out, and then every day. Then watch videos and read. I think that works. Now, there's a lot of free stuff. Remember, you're not alone. There's a lot of free stuff on here. There's a lot of free stuff. I have my Facebook group, which is FINRA Exam Prep with Capital Advantage Tutoring. Then we also have Series 65, 66 Exam Prep. I have almost 5,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. I looked up, it's like 2,200 active people in there. We have a chat for every class test, right? So you can go in the room and see the big stuff and then get help from me and Michael Weiss and a couple other tutors. By the way, Michael Weiss, great tutor. Check him out at series7examtutor.com. Also, I do it at series7exam.org. Okay. You can, if I'm too expensive and Michael's too busy, which he's pretty busy, I have other tutors that are newer. Good. They're just newer and they're cheaper. Okay. I can help you out with that. If you need the 79, I got a guy, Joe, out in California, but he's booked up constantly. It's crazy because he's that good. I'm trying to get him to get somebody else to back him up. Now you have that. We also have my membership thing. So every Friday night we meet at 6 o'clock. I do the 65, 66 class, even the 63. At 7 o'clock, I do the Series 7. And then at 8 o'clock, I do the options. It's an options only class. We call it the happy hour because people drink, have wine, and we go to like 8:30. We start at 8, we go to like 9:30 sometimes, unless I have to go. It's every Friday night Eastern time. Those are in my memberships. So in the membership, if you go into the group, if you go onto my video, there's a little button that says join. Also, if you like my shit, hit like, subscribe, and share this shit, okay? See what happens. Maybe it works. Okay, so now, hit the join button, and there's 4 choices. There's the cheap one, which is just watching old membership videos of these classes. I record them and post them sometimes. Then the next level up is $20 a month. Now, remember, do this on a laptop or desktop, because if you do it on an iPhone, Apple sometimes like to jack 30% on, so we don't want to do that. $20 a month is just my options videos. Now, my options are crazy, okay? They're different than anyone else's. You can use T-charts if you want. I don't, okay? I think my options are off the fucking chart. They're game-changing, totally different, very visual, like common sense. So you kind of understand what's going on. You know the bull bear, the break-even, everything. That's for $20 a month to get access to all my videos on options. It's only options. Everything else is free. Anything else I do other than the classes and the options is free. I put however many videos on there. Now, the next step up is $25 a month, which means you get everything below it. You get the once a week 7 class, plus the options, plus the replay of the videos. Then you go up even higher, the $50 a month. That's the option class, the Series 7 class, and the options, videos, and then the membership replays. Okay. So if you think about it, we meet every week pretty much. I'm even doing not the Christmas Eve, right? Every Friday we meet. And once in a while it'll be a Sunday if I have something going on Friday, but it's either Friday or Sunday. I don't like Sundays because I finally get to see football. Okay. Now, hey, how are you? What's up? Hey, congrats. That's awesome. Now, if you haven't noticed, this isn't live. I'm recording this, right? You did figure that out, right? I'll be live in a second, just as soon as I get this shit out of the way. Now, if you think about it, paying $50 a month if you're doing options, okay? That means you're meeting 2 times a week, which is 8 lessons, which is what, $6 a lesson. It's pretty cheap. I think so. I'm selling myself cheap. Okay. Anyway, those are all the things. If you also, what other? So also check out Susie Rhodes at Passmaster. You can check out Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. You can check out Brian Lee at Teskey. You can check out Dean Tinney over on his channel. That's it. I mean, those are all the free resources out there. I still think I'm the shit because I don't waste time. I don't talk for a long time. I don't have long videos. They're not short. Some are long, but most of them are shorter. I get to the point. I try to keep you awake. And sometimes I freaking curse because I can't help it. Y'all have a good time. Let's get into the live.
Let me do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Tuesday night. Welcome to the live. I broke my fucking table. I keep banging on this thing and I broke my fucking table. It's crazy. See, I can curse now because it's more than 30 seconds into the damn live, so I won't get demonetized. Okay. Oh, I saw you mention, I'll talk about the pipes in a second. As Michael would say, that's what she said. Okay. Nico, how are you? How everyone's doing? I hope everyone's doing well. This is a great week. If you guys, you should see all the people in the last week or two on the FINRA exam prep. That FINRA exam prep Facebook group is fucking insane how busy it is. I mean, there's like every day, there's 30, 40 posts. Everyone's in a chat, talking to each other, helping each other, starting study groups. If you haven't done it yet, go check it out. It's goddamn free and it's private, so no one can see what you say. And it's super supportive. It's FINRA exam prep with help from Capital Advantage Tutoring. It's a great group. I think there's like 5,100 people in it, but it is so damn busy. There's other groups that are bigger than that, and it's like post like once every other day. So just get on it, baby. Okay, now let's get on. Nico Remack, Adam Dyer, how are you? Ashley Smith, hold on, Laura Wright, how are you? Okay, let me see if any. I do the 24. You really need to do it. Check out my thing. I do the 24. I'm like on a roll. I think I have like. Michael doesn't want to do the 24, so I take the over. He's busy anyway, so and I'm a whore. I literally do 12 to 14 hours a day. Like I started at 10, and I have students. I think I have 2 more students tonight at 9:40 and then 10:40 because I know that this goes long. It's crazy, like Crazy Eddie. Okay, yeah, but I do the 24. I definitely do the 24. I do every exam. The one I don't do is a 79. I lay that off on someone else. And I have Joe who does it. He's really good. And the 86, 87, and the 27. Who the fuck cares? They're numbers. I don't care about that shit. Okay. Okay. Now, Nico, how we doing, baby? Okay. I'm worried I'm on chapter 9 of 20. Okay. Oh my God, you have more than enough time. But Cece, get reading. Stop taking notes. Stop taking quizzes. Just finish the damn thing. Read. You got to read this thing. Stop. I'm talking that my voice. I kind of figured out why the hell I keep coughing. Since September, I've been coughing. I guess. I don't know what happened. I got a bunch of scar tissue here. They put a scope down there. It's very weird. Okay, very weird to do that. But shoved the scope up my nose and down my throat. It's like, whatever. Okay. Now I know. So I have to. Hopefully, in the next month, it'll be gone forever. Okay. You're good. So Cece, just read, baby. Just read. Don't worry about doing all the quizzes and taking notes. Just read the fucking thing. Get through it one full time. So Cece, we have this Thursday. By next Tuesday, I want you to tell me that you finished the book. Or at least you're at least at chapter like 17 or 18. That's your goal. Just get through it. Don't race through it, but just get through it. Kyle coming back in, right? So you need all your licenses again. Let's go, baby. So what are you doing? Okay. What are you doing, right? So how can I help you? Kyle Hamill. Any relation to Mark Hamill? Okay. What's a pipe? Mike, that's what she said. Okay, so now, what's a pipe, Trevin? Okay, so a pipe is a private investment in a public entity, okay? So it's like, think of it this way. See, a bunch of accredited investors get together and they reach out to Home Depot, or Home Depot reaches out to a bunch of accredited investors and lays out and goes, look, I'm going to sell like $20, $30 million, even $5 million worth of stock in a private investment. So they're basically going to issue privately to these investors directly at a little bit of a discount shares, like 30 or 40 million shares, maybe less. All they're accredited. But here's the problem. What's the problem? You're a shareholder of Home Depot, and you just heard they sold a bunch of shares at a discount to a bunch of people. You'll be like, what the fuck, right? So here's the deal. Anyone who buys it has to hold it fully paid for 6 months. That's the 144. They have a lockup. They have to holding period for 6 months to give it time to kind of like ease out and not totally dilute you. So, and everyone has to be accredited. And here's the problem. I had one of my guys, he was doing that, and he was trading, and we prop traded using our money, and he bought like 20,000 shares or something. It was like maybe $5 million worth of stock. And what happened was, since you can't sell it, it counts nothing. You're not anyone taking the 24 might get this, but that entire $5 million, since it's not sellable, it's unborrowable against, right? So it's unborrowable. So what happens is that took a major hit on our net capital because we have all this stock that's worth nothing until you sell it. That's kind of like the whole Trump thing where he has to pay $400 million, but a little less. He just sold a lot of Truth Social. He has like $6 billion worth of shares, but he can't sell them for 6 months. Now under Reg T and all that, he can't borrow, but I'm sure somebody will lend him money based on that. But I'm just saying it's a lockup. There's problems. Okay. I saw some positive news. Hold on. Facebook user, this is for any exam. Any exam. Boom. Hold on, babies. Misty, my love. Your husband's going to be so happy that he doesn't have to listen to my fucking ass anymore. That is awesome. I am so happy that you're now sitting there knowing you're done. Now, here's the thing. Misty loves to play this game. What she does is she takes a test and she does really fucking horrible on them. Like literally the practice exams. I guess I'm her good luck charm, right? Because she failed all the exams before. And then she started, and then what she would do is she'd meet me like the day before. Like she met me this morning before she took the test, which I'm not a fan of. And she ended up passing. She was getting like 50s, 60s on the exams. We went through my exams, my questions, which really correlate with the test. That's why I don't put them on YouTube. And she did well on those. She went and she killed the test. It's unfucking believable. It's great. She is a badass, okay? Absolute fucking badass. Awesome. Now, the next one, Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but I am so happy for you that you get this. I'm about to get demonetized, baby. Baby. Okay. Boom. Yes. Misty, you did the work. I just helped you. I'm just a catalyst. I just made you feel good about it. I lied to you. Said you were ready. No, you were good. Okay. Here we go. Adam Dyer, Ashley Smith. When's your test? Soon, right? Okay. Jose, ask anything. Okay. How can you get to my questions, Ilya? You can't. You got to meet with me. Okay. Now, you've done that already. You know the deal, Ilya. Okay. There we go. Okay. No, I wasn't lying. I knew you were ready. I told you you're ready. Now, it's funny. Misty looks like, what did we say you look like? She sounds like Jodie Foster. Same accent, same voice, and everything. That's awesome. And I forgot who we said you looked like. Okay. Ken's, don't worry about it. We're going to get this. We're going to get you through. Don't worry about it. So, again, guys, it's for any not block. Oh, no. This is for any exam. I just got to list something, right? So this is for the SIE exam, the Series 7, the Series 6, the Series 65, the 66, 24, not the 79. Okay. Winnie Cooper, right? Winnie Cooper and the good-looking Wednesday, Jennifer Ricci, right? Not the, although the one from the 50s was, not unattractive. So yeah, Wednesday from the Jennifer Ricci one, right? Exactly, got it. Okay, so imagine it, Jennifer Ricci or Winnie Cooper with Jodie Foster's accent. Okay, your husband's a lucky man. Okay, good. Okay, now let me get back to this. Jose, hit me up with anything. So Nico, remember, so the vendors, okay, the vendors kind of beat you up on the bonds a little bit. Okay, so the vendors kind of D10 Duke, ask me a question. This is a Q&A. This is not a lecture. Ask me a fucking question. Boom. Okay. Juan.
Wanna celebrate, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to get into this. So if you guys have questions on exams, ask away. Boom. You can't just say, hey, 63 and do it. That's not going to cut it here. You want to do that, go somewhere else. And then can sit on there for hours just talking about the 63, where I have tons of fucking videos on this. Okay. Nico, so you suck with bonds. Are you struggling with the math part, which isn't a big deal, or are you sucking with just understanding them? Because, I mean, think about it. A bond is just debt, right? You lend the company money, and they got to pay you back. So here's the thing. You lend the money $1,000, the company $1,000. They're going to give you your money back in 30 years. So what happens then? You give the money back in 30 years, you'll get it back, plus they'll pay you every 6 months a little bit of interest. That's the way it goes. Okay. I don't sweat the math so much. Okay. So again, so you understand the concept. So again, let me do this again for those that don't know what a bond is. You lend IBM $1,000. They will pay you back in 30 years. Okay. They will pay you a coupon every year, but they pay twice a year, every year, 6%, whatever it is. Okay. Now, the next step of this. Okay. So let's jump on this. So they're going to pay you. And then here's the thing. You're going to get your money back in 30 years and get paid. What's the risk? Well, what if you want to sell it? If interest rates go up since you buy it, your price of your bond doesn't look as good, right? So if you have a 5% bond paying 5% a year, $50 a year, and new rates are 7%, like now, right? Your bond's only paying 50, they're paying 7, yours looks like shit, okay? So it's going to drop in price, we don't care. However, if you have a 5% bond, say you buy bonds right now. So right now probably is the time to buy longer term bonds, okay? One of my students, we were talking about it, how he's like trying to extend his customers out to longer term bonds, right? So you have longer term bonds. Right now, what's going to happen in the thing? Boom, 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 boom. They're going to start dropping in prices soon. Powell have already said by end of 24, beginning of 25, they're going to start dropping rates, which means you're getting 5%, say 5, whatever. Rates go to 3 or 4. Yours looks like fucking gold. You're getting $50 when everyone else, those suckers, are getting 30. So the price of your bond will go up. It's more attractive. That's what happened with bonds. Okay. Now, Nico, you'll never have to do yield to maturity or yield to call. You will never have to do it. You need to understand the concept. Okay. Again, 65, 66, everything. Boom. Okay. Okay. Facebook, I'm back after getting. Here's the thing. Some people think the 66 is easier because it's less questions. I don't know that it's easier. You can take either one. Here's the best part. If you study for the 66 and you miss on a Friday, what you do, just study a little bit of the econ stuff and you miss by a little bit, you can take the 65 like 3 days later and then you're done. So there's no real bad choice. Do either the 65 or 66, and whatever, if you miss, just take a different one. Okay, just take a different one. Okay. 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 Is your process damage control for Series 7? Mama, practice exams, keep getting it. Okay, so Juan, what's inconsistent? So let me think about inconsistent. So let's talk about this. So my wife is a very detail-oriented person. So she was first kid. They told her when your contractions are close to what they say, when they're consistent, come to the doctor. So what happened was, this is why my wife is very literal. She says to me, she says, well, they're 4.5 minutes, they're 5 minutes, they're 5.5 minutes. Literally within 5 minutes. So to her, that was inconsistent. So there's like, no, you're good. Within a minute of each other, you got to go have this baby. She literally walked in there and basically had a kid right away. Now, I was 20 at the time. Crazy. Okay. Now, No, I guess it was 20 because my daughter's turning 33 and I'm turning 56. Yeah, I was 20. I guess I was 22 when I had her. Now, okay, now, I was married at 21. I think I got married right after I turned 21. Now, you got to go back and review. Here's the thing. So on my tangent, if you take a test, here's the thing. Here's the problem everyone does. Are you Juan Villarreal? Are you reviewing all the questions and answers? Are you doing that? Are you reviewing the boom? Okay. Are you reviewing the good and the bad answers? Because you have to go like this. What everyone should do this when you take a test. There's 3 markings. One, you got to go through even the right and wrong ones. If you get it right because the right reason, don't mark anything. If you get it right because you fucking guessed, put a G. That's a bad thing. If you get it wrong because you misread it, because Kaplan and STC misread it, put a question mark. If you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit, then put an X. The main ones you have to focus on are the G's and the X's. The G's are really bad because you got them right by luck, and you're gonna think you know your shit when you don't. And the X's are the ones you got wrong. Those are the ones you go over. You have to keep reviewing that. Review every single question. And then anything under 70, any chapter or unit that's under 70, reread that chapter or watch one of my stupid videos. That's going to help. I promise you. That's what we do, Juan. You can't just keep taking tests. Even if that means take a day or 2 off tests to go back and read and watch videos, that's what you do. Okay. Ken's, don't worry about it. We're going to get this, right? Okay. Do not worry about this. Okay. I don't know, Jordan. I don't know if I'm not, my thing is, that's not even a thing. I mean, you may see 1 or 2 questions like that, but that's not really what the test is about. Let me get back to the okay. Can we talk about muni taxation? Sure. Is that your question? That we could or not? Okay. So remember something. Entities tax themselves. Okay. So this, and Nico, you should listen to this too. Okay. And by the way, Nico, I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's on here. He nailed the 66 the other day. Okay. Now, I think we met. Spoke to him either the day before or the night before. I can't remember what it was. He fucking nailed it. Okay, so now, let's talk about munis for a second. So munis, so entities tax themselves. So if you have a treasury, you pay federal but not state, and if you have a muni, you pay state but not federal. Okay, okay, okay. Now, okay. No, different Nico. Different Nico. Nico, there's a different one. No, you listen up to this shit. Okay, so now, let's say I buy a muni. Okay, so here's the thing. So we're not going to pay any federal and maybe not state if you buy it in our own state. Okay, now, that's good. We're good. Now, remember, capital gains is always taxable. So if you buy a muni for 800 and sell it for 820, you're paying taxes on that. Even if it's a muni, remember that. It is a muni. Remember that. If you buy and sell, it's a muni, okay? If you buy and sell, it's a capital gain. Even if it's a muni, you're going to pay taxes on that shit. Kind of like a mutual fund. If you move from one fund to another, you probably have to pay taxes on that amount. Now, if they say, how do we compare corporate to, I'm not going to do it on the board. I'm just going to explain it because I have videos on this. I have a whole 90-minute math video that cover this shit and a bond math playlist. Now, although I think Maria kind of fucked with it and took it away. Now, Maria is the best. Now, if I have a corporate bond of 5% and I try to compare of whether it compares to a 3% GO, how do I compare the two? How do you compare the two? You gotta do something. Yeah, fuck it. I said I wasn't gonna do the board, but I am. Problem is, I don't like this new Zoom board. I really don't. Okay. Well, I want to see something. Let's see how it looks. Let's see if I do this. If I share screen, how much of it does it show? How much shows up? Let's see if it shows all of it or some of it. Yeah, not all of it. Okay. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so now let me do it this way. Back to this. Okay. Now, if I have a 4% GO and a 6% corporate, how do I compare the two? So I'm going to do this. Whatever tax bracket I am in, I'm either going to multiply the corporate, divide the muni. Remember that. Multiply the corporate, divide the muni. If it's a corporate bond, I'm going to multiply times the reciprocal. They may use that word. Reciprocal is the opposite of the tax bracket. So 100 minus the tax bracket. So if you have a 5% bond and you're in the 20% tax bracket, you're going to multiply 5 times 80%. 100 minus 20. 5 times 0.8. So after tax, it's going to be a 4% return. That's higher than the GO, okay? But let's say I'm in the But that's okay. So again, if I'm comparing, I do the corporate multiplied times 100 minus the tax bracket, or I do the muni divided. So let's say I have a 3% muni, and I'm in the 25% tax bracket. 100 minus 25 is 75%. So I'm going to do divided by 0.75. That gives me 4. Well, the same thing. So that gives me the same return. So that's basically, I think that works out. So that would be the equivalent of a corporate return. So I multiply the corporate, divide the muni, but what they call the reciprocal, or 100 minus the tax bracket. That's that. I have a whole bunch of videos on that are super helpful. Okay. Remember this on munis, OID, you must accrete. OID, you must accrete. So sometimes they ask about accretion and amortization, not the math. I have videos on that, not the math, but they say, do you have to or not? So if it's an OID, which means zero coupon, you must accrete. OID, you must accrete. And then on the premium side, only munis have to amortize. So corporates and treasury premiums do not have to amortize, but they can. Munis don't have to amortize if it's a premium, and only all OIDs, whether it's a corporate muni or treasury, it has to accrete. Now remember, that accretion on the OID is considered interest income. That's interest income. So they don't. So what happens is they don't. What do you mean part 11? Raj, they're all in a row. They're all in a fucking row. Just go on the playlist. Okay, now, maybe I missed a number. Hold on. Now you make me fucking doubt myself, right? Okay. Okay. Oh, that's good. That doesn't happen when I do this. Where would I have? I have 20 fucking videos in there. Oh, part 11. What's 11? Hold on. I think I combined it with annuities, maybe. Hold on. It's part 14. Raj, part 11 is chapter 11. If you want to think, is part 14. I put it in a different order because I was trying to do other stuff. So Raj, look for. Thank you very much, Laura. Edible. What edible things are you going to send me? Okay. So Raj, look for part 14 is the equivalent to part 11, chapter 11. Okay. What should my study plan be for the 66 starting today for a 6 weeks training plan? Okay. Steven, you're gonna nail this. Okay. Facebook user. Okay. First, read the book for the first week or two. You're gonna take it on May 7th. That's good. Read the book cover to cover over the next 10 days. And if you get done quick, read it again. Okay. Read it again. And then once you're done reading that, start doing chapter quizzes until you're passing everything. Anything under a 70, reread the quiz, reread the unit, watch a video, whatever it is. Then when you're passing those, then start doing finals. Try to tame the finals so you're taking them about 10 to 12 days before the test. And you want to make sure when you do them, you have to review them, okay? You have to remember, review them, okay? Every test you review, both the good and the bad answers. Do my GX question mark thing, okay? But okay, how are you feeling? Okay, so here's the thing. How do you feel? Okay, are you feeling okay? Are you passing your exams? You have questions? I'm happy to ask them, but I have a whole thing play up. Okay. Yeah, so Pog Hunter, is it? Oh, for the SAE. Thank you very much. That helps. Okay. It's not. It's 14. Raj, go look for 14. Okay. 3 to 4 weeks. And us depends. 10 years ago, you probably don't remember shit. 3 to 4 weeks, depending. If you're studying all day, 3 to 4 weeks. If you can only study before and after work, and you should do before, probably be 4 to 5 weeks. Okay. Don't sweat the multiple steps. Okay. So Kyle, I'm going to tell you something. I fucking did this for 30 years. So I have to say, I'm probably fucking ahead of you. I forgot more than you did. I did it for 30 fucking years. I traded on the stock exchange. I ran a firm. I guess I can do it, you fucking prick. There you go. Ken, I'm studying for my third time around, and I have a job. Depends on it. Setting for my third. I'm starting for my third time around and have to pass jump them. I feel like I'm going in circles. Other than okay. Okay, so I would anything. So take quizzes. I don't know where to help you with this, right? But maybe take a day, take 3 or 4 days and just read. Stop doing quizzes. Just go back and read. Watch my videos. That'll help. Just do that. That's going to help. Okay. I promise you that's going to help. Okay. So I say spend some time just working on, reading for a couple of days. Do that, build up. And maybe if you have STC and Kaplan, STC has a good suitability thing. If you have their book, they should have a good suitability, booklet or workbook. I think that should help you. If you don't have it, we got to find that. Okay. So understand something. So we have the corporate bond. We have the bond yield. Okay. No. Yeah, Pug, I got to get to you, man. I'm fucking 15 minutes behind, Pug. I'll get to you, baby. Let's have a little patience, baby. I'm working my way through. Okay. Now, bonds at par, all yields are the same. So if it's a discount, right, it's coupon, current, yield to maturity, yield to call, right? So if the yields go down, the prices go up. I'm wondering why you're worried about that, because so remember something. The yield to maturity and yield to call aren't going to change the price. The price is going to change the yield to call and the yield to maturity. Okay. That's what happens. Okay. So we have coupon, current, yield to maturity, yield to call. And then we have coupon, current, yield to maturity, yield to call. So remember something. The bigger one is, remember that, okay. Now, so the whole thing is, what we're going to do is we're going to move this, right? So as the price drops, they go up. So as it becomes a discount, the yield to call, well, I guess the yield to call will move more than the yield to maturity, but that's not a testable question. Okay. Sure, I can work on that. Let me work on that. So understand. So let's talk about this. So let's say, where's in? Well, let me do this right. Okay, Nvidia is trading at 925 right now. Okay, Nvidia is trading at 925. Okay, don't worry, Paul Connor, don't apologize. I'll get to you now. So let's say you buy a 925 call. Ignore the premium for now. So I have a 925 call. Maybe I can do it in here. Hold on. I have an intrinsic value video, but hold on. Where's my zoom? Let's see if it works. Doesn't always show up that well. New meeting. I do not like the new Zoom whiteboard. I really fucking hate it. I sound like one of these old people, but I just do not. I do not like it. Okay, so no. I do not like it, Sam. I do not like it on a whiteboard. I do not like it on ham. Okay. Let's see if I can get this the right way. Share screen. Oh, hold on. Okay, now let's try to share screen. Oh, there we go. Now, let's see if it shows up. One thing I can do this. Nope, not that one. I want to do this. Okay, I think I can get in. Okay, so good. Okay. So let's say buy. Let's say Nvidia is trading. It's trading at 925 right now. I fucking love Nvidia. I bought a bunch at 680 when they were shitting on it. I just got lucky, right? So let's say I want to buy. So I'm going to buy one 920. Let's say a May 920 call at 8. Okay. Buy a 1 May 920 call at 8. That's what I'm doing. So now I bought a call. I have the right to buy it. Now listen, I have the right to buy it at what price? Yes. Why? Yes. Ken's. I have the right to buy it at 920. Okay. But where is it trading? It's trading at 925. So that means technically I could buy the stock at 920 with the call, sell the stock at 925. I'd make $5. That's great. That's the intrinsic or the in the money. The in the money amount is how much it's above. Now, if this was a put, it'd be how much below it is. So this is $5 of intrinsic. Now, let's say we have $5 of intrinsic, right? But we paid $8 for it. So we paid $3 more than it's worth. So that's time value. So in this case, it's $5 of intrinsic and $3 of time value. If the option was at $10 or say $11, right? If the option was at 11, it'd still be $5 of intrinsic and $6 of time value. And that would equal the premium. That's what time value and intrinsic is. The intrinsic is the in the money amount. So when they do that bullshit about, oh, you bought an option, like you bought a call at 2, and then when it raised to 9:30, you sold it at intrinsic. Yeah. So let's say we did that. Let's say we bought the option at 2, and then it went to 9:30, and then I sold it at intrinsic. So I bought it at 2. I spent $2, right? Now I spent $2, and now into 30, and I sell it at intrinsic. Well, what's the intrinsic amount? The intrinsic is $10. So I bought it at 2, sold it at 10, so I made $8. I have a whole video on this shit. It should help. Okay. Ah! Who's that ugly ass bald guy? There we go. Ken's, I hope that helps a lot. Okay. Samra, by far achievable. By fucking far. Okay. But there's no one for the SIE who does it better than achievable. It's cheap. I have links in most of my videos. If you want to just go on their own to achievable.me, go for it. But I'm telling you right now, there's no one better for the SIE. So, Raj, we're good with the 11, right? Okay. Nico, sure, you can call me Dad. Okay. Ken's, I hope that helps a little bit. Okay. No, Juan, they're not trying to trick you. Okay. Oh, Juan, you're fine. That's great. Okay. Look, inconsistent in the 80s? What the fuck? Seriously, Juan, go take the goddamn test. You're good. If you are getting consistent, but you're inconsistent 78 to 82, go fucking take the test. I worry when people say I get 70s and 30s or 70s and 50s. If your low shit is 10 points above and you're on Kaplan, I think, go take the damn test. Okay. That's not so Jordan. Not really much of a test. Okay, they don't do it. You got the order tickets one, right? So I don't have a video on that, but think about it. Order tickets. Hold on, Mike Gillespie, are you on here? Or am I gonna have to do this on Friday with you because you asked a question about something? Now, like order tickets. What do you need for an order ticket? You need the instructions. Buy, how much, the whether it's a limit or a market order, the time you got it. You need the name of the rep. You need an identifier for the customer. You need whether it's used discretion or not. You need to know whether it's and solicit and unsolicited or not. You don't put the commission on it because you don't fucking know. And remember, the customer doesn't see that. Now, you will have the time, okay? You will have the time of the trade, the time of any changes, any cancellations. That's an order ticket. What does a confirmation have? It has a lot more. Like it has what you paid, okay? How much you paid, what you did, when you did it, what your commissions are, whether it's the date you did it, how much you paid, what total value, if it's a bond or whether it's callable, whether it's called or not, if it has a legal opinion or not. Look, I know STC has a page where they go show what's on the order ticket, what's in the confirmation. So the confirmation has, right? So they have what you did, how much you spent, your commission or markup markdown. They will have your name, your account number, because they need to have that on there. They will have if there's any instructions, like has it been called or not, stuff like that. They will have a thing saying if you want the time, we can get it for you, but we're not going to put it on there. Don't worry about what's in the indenture so much. Don't worry about what's in the bond resolution so much. Don't worry about that too much. Okay. Raj, I hope I answered your question. Okay. Raj, you got to be patient. Okay. Tyler, fucking I didn't see that. Oh, sorry, the music stopped. Okay. Okay. Edible what? I'm with you. With most people, I think that'd be fruit. I'm worried you about maybe edible underwear. Okay. Oh, Michael. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Juan, that's good. I love it. You guys are talking to each other. That's good. Yeah, Raj, I was about to get annoyed because I was like, did I answer that already? Okay. Alexis, I'm almost to you, and don't worry. Pug Hunter, I'll get to you. Okay. Yeah, you make sure. Here's the thing. Look, you got to read everything. Hopefully, you're going to get everything done. You got to take some more tests. But here's the thing: what hurts people the most is you got to get to the prohibited activities and the unethical, and prohibited activities. Massive on this test. Okay, the 63. And you can ask Misty what she saw. Maybe she's still on here, but nothing crazy, nothing that's not in the books. That's what I'm saying. I don't even ask what's on the test anymore because they just go, did anything surprise you? That's all I want to know. Did you get anything that's out of whack? And I get that. Then I try to do a little quick hitter videos on those. That's why I did the reverse convertibles a year ago, and then the reverse merger videos, stuff like that. I would focus, since it's the last day or so, I would focus on. Okay, here we go. Yeah, take as many. Here we go. Okay, Alexis, you're not going to be happy with me. I'm not going to do that because then you'll just focus on those. I promise you, if you finish the book and you start taking quizzes when you're about 2 weeks away, then I'll tell you. But here's the thing. You have to make sure you know options, make sure you know needs, customer count, stuff like that. But Alexis, I love you, but I'm not going to give you that because I need you to study everything, okay? So I need you to study everything, get the whole book down, and then, but here's the thing. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 to not worry about too much. Don't worry about balance sheet and don't worry about balance sheet, fundamental, technical, learn high level. Margin, very basic on the test. Options, you got to know, okay? So there's 2/3 chapters. Fundamental technical analysis, balance sheet stuff, you got to know it, but don't sweat it too much. And margin, just get, as long as you can get equity and SMA, which you probably have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about yet, but don't worry about that. Okay, now, so I'm not going to help you out until you get a little farther. All right, I know that you don't want to hear that, but you got to read the whole book, unless you're taking it like in a week, and then I'll tell you. But that's not it. Okay, Pog Hunter. Okay. Okay, Chris, we'll talk in a second. Okay, that's good, though. Okay. Okay. Now, can you go over RRs who allowed to loan money to or borrow from, also splitting commission with other RRs? Okay, so let's talk about it. So if you're this is, guys, if you're taking the 65, 66, or 63, do not fucking listen to me because the bastards have different rules. Okay. Now, if I'm a registered rep and I want to lend or borrow, I can lend and borrow from banks, lending institutions, no problem. I can lend to people at my firm, no problem. Now remember something: if they're not a customer, none of this shit applies. So if they're not a customer, nobody cares. Okay, so here we go. So I can borrow and lend from lending institutions. I can borrow and lend from employees of the firm. I can borrow and lend from family members. Okay, that's not a problem. I can borrow and lend from people I have previous relationships with. Okay, so if I have a business relationship or a personal relationship with someone before the broker dealer, then I can do it. But those I have to enforce. I have to let the firm know. Okay, I have to let the firm know that I'm doing that. Okay, that's the big thing. I have to let the firm know that I'm lending money to people that are not my family members. But let's say your client's Bank of America and you want to get a mortgage from Bank of America. You're not going to have to run that through the firm, okay? So lending institutions, no problem. Family members, immediate family members, no problem. Business relationships outside or personal relationships outside the firm from before you started, fine, as long as you let them know. Now, sharing commissions. As long as you're both registered at the same or an affiliated firm, like they have firms like I was at a broker dealer where we had 2 firms, right? So it was one that was trading and one that was like more of like a collecting commissions kind of thing. So I was at both. I was a compliance officer at both of them. We could split commissions with them because they're under the same umbrella. Those are affiliated or the same broker dealer. You also have to be registered in the same states, right? So you have to be equally registered. So if the customer's in Alabama and you want to split commissions, both of you have to be registered in Alabama and FINRA. Hope that helps. I went through a lot quickly, but that should be a lot of it. Okay. Okay. Don't worry, Jacob. Don't sweat the 24 studying. Just get through it one time. You're going to get it. Okay. That's good. Chris, just get it. That's going to put you. Look, guys, I'm going to tell everyone now. If you can get the SIE and the 66 before you start working, it's going to look good for you. It's going to look good for you. If you're studying every day, so Pog, I got you, right? We're good? Okay. Now, how many weeks for the 66 studying every day? 3 to 4 weeks. If you're studying every day, 3 to 4 weeks should work. Edward Jones makes you do it in like 14 or 19 days. But if you can study all day long, but here's the thing, Tyler, focus on reading the book. If you can, read it twice. If you can, read it twice before you start doing questions. That's your goal, my man. That's your goal. Okay. I think Past Perfect is good, but they go too deep. Okay. Like if you can pass the Past Perfect stuff, go Pog Hunter. You're gonna nail this. I know you are. Then go back to hunting your pogs, right? Okay. So now, Past Perfect is solid, but they're if not a little overboard. Okay. Past Perfect is solid, if not a little overboard on the math. Like they'll make you calculate yield to maturity. Oh, what are you taking the 66? Yeah, they'll make you do present value, yield to maturity. Ignore that stuff. Don't sweat it. Their other stuff is solid. They'll challenge you, okay? But don't, anytime they do any calculated crazy math, don't worry about it. Okay. Okay. Don't worry about it, Raj. Don't worry about it. It's as I'm asking, I see keep popping up. Okay. Juan, I don't think so. I do not think that the 7 is trying to trick you. I think here's my thing. If you learn buzzwords, yeah, it's trying to trick you. Okay. If you're learning buzzwords, absolutely trying to trick you. But if you're learning the actual shit, nah, it's not that bad. I mean, yeah, maybe I'm a good test taker. Maybe I'm the fucking genius. I'm not. Trust me, I'm a dumbass. Okay. So, I think that they're not trying to trick you. They're not going to make it easy. They will have 1 or 2 trick questions, but they're not like I got a question one where it was like, you have a preferred stock and they announce a 20% stock dividend or a 3-for-2 stock split. What's your new shares? And they do all the math, and then you remember it's a preferred stock. Preferred stock doesn't do stock splits or stock dividends. They ignore that. They only get cash dividends. Okay. Okay. Okay, liquidity, we'll talk about that. Liquidity provider as a high school student. That's fucking insane. Okay. Okay, Michael, let me try to get you. There you go. Or the fruit, whichever. Yeah, my wife would not be happy. She'd be like, why is somebody sending you? So now let me see if I can share this. I got to figure out how to make this work. Okay, so let's see. If I share this. I don't think everyone can see it, right? No. But, nope. Okay. Okay, so let me see if I can. What can I do? I may have to write this stuff down. So here's the thing. I'm going to read this to you guys, okay? A customer enters a sell stop order. I wonder if, let's see. That probably makes it worse. Yep, okay. Okay, a customer enters a sell stop limit order for 100 shares at 1850. So maybe I can do it this way. I know how to do it. Here we go. Do I got to reopen the Zoom? Did I shut the Zoom down? Am I that much of? Oh, there it is. Stop sharing. I do love when people come on, even on Instagram, and they shit on these exams because the guys are finance majors. They've been in the business for 20 years. And then they make fun of people fucking who have a tough time studying it when it's a new language, when probably when they started, they were struggling with it. Or they were finance majors and they basically were taught the thing. So have some motherfucking grace for people. I swear to God. Okay, good. The liquidity I will get to, I promise. Okay. Get my ugly ass face out of there. Boom. Okay. Now, let me read what he has in there. Okay. Sell stop limit for 1850. So we're going to enter sell 100 at 1850. I'll make it bigger. Stop limit. Gotta keep making sure it's in there. Okay. So the 100 at 1850 stop limit. That means when the stock gets down to 1850, it will trigger and then it will sell it, but not below 1850. So then, where do we go? 1860, 1825. So 1860, 1825. And then the trades happen this 1860. Hold on, let me do this. We make it bigger. That's what she said. Okay. 1860. Then it traded at 1825. Then it traded at 1838. Then it traded at 1850. Then it traded at 1863. Okay, let's see if it still shows up on my screen, right? If it's still there. Look at that. Boom. Okay. Let me change it a little bit. Okay. You should be able to see all that. Boom. Okay, so those are the trades. It started at first trade was 1860, then 1825, then follow the bouncing ball, 1850, then 1863. So now it triggers when it hits that price. So does it trigger here? No. Arabella. So it's going to trigger at 1825. So this is the trigger price. Now it becomes a limit order to sell at 1850. If this was a stop order, it would sell at 1838. Okay. If it was a stop order, it would sell at 1838. But it's not. Okay. It's a stop limit. So that means it's not going to sell it below 1850. So we'll ignore this price at 38. And when it gets back up to 1850, it'll sell. And I already sold to 1863. Doesn't matter. I hope that helps a little bit, Mike. So you remember, keep that in mind, that if it's a sell stop limit, it'll trigger, but it won't trade. Okay. Now, let me explain my fucking story on this. Okay. So that late 90s, there was a stock that was trading on 750. It was RR something. I don't remember what it was. And by the way, fucking Reddit, I'm like a little fucking kid. I spent the last, since 1989 till last year, not able to buy an IPOs. And then the first one I do is Reddit. I buy 500 shares at 34. It's now at 65 bucks. Unfucking, I'm like a little kid in a toy store. Okay, now, let's talk about this. So stock's trading at $7. We all get together and we're like, okay, let's buy it, because we kind of had a feeling it was going to pop. There's rumors. Statute of limitations is done, so we can say that. And we all bought. I bought 1,000 shares. I didn't have that money at the time. Everyone else was buying 5, 6, 7. We ended up buying 20,000 shares at $7. It ran to 13. Okay, I tell this story all the time because it's real life. Okay, so it ran to 13, and we're like, yes. I mean, I made $6,000. I doubled my money. Everyone else is making $15,000, $20,000, and it's trading at 13. So my guy, who's smart, he goes, "Oh, you know what? We've looked at the thing, and if it gets below 1250, we should probably get out of it. It'll drop." So he tells the broker, because we had to call it up there. Okay. There you go, liquidity, bro. That's awesome. Yeah, if you're on there, that's awesome. So now, if it's fucking awesome, I love doing that. Remember, if you work for a broker dealer, no IPOs for you until you're done. Okay. Now, trading at 13, we put in a sell stop limit at 1250. Okay. So it trades down, it trades at 1250. Now what happened is everyone else was thinking the same number. So it's traded at 1250, and all of a sudden the next trade was 200,000 shares at $6. Because remember, all of those shares that were sell stop had to be executed. So the only place where they'd all be buying it is at $6. And we said, thank God. And then right back up to 1250. And then I love STC, Chris. I love STC. For 66. I would say get STC and maybe even get Achievable to learn a little bit more. Now, it traded up to 1250. I'm like, good, we sold it at 1250. And then we get the report for $6. What happened? Well, the guy who called it in said, no, I put it sell stop limit. He didn't. He actually said sell stop. So it traded at 1250. We sold shares down at $6. So we all ended up losing $20,000 between all of us. Okay. So again, we tried to sell it at 1250, put a sell stop limit in. He thought, but he didn't. If he did a sell stop limit, it would have gone right. We would have sold it at 1250 and made 5.5 points. But no, we put a sell stop in and we actually lost money. That's the risk. Okay. Nettie. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I love it. Okay. Yeah, so insurance, I think if you Google it, there's a couple providers that do the insurance. Because the problem with insurance is that it's state specific. So there's a couple that have some major fucking views. There's a couple with like 300,000 views, and they're solid. They really are. I think they are. Okay. I guess so. Again, shitting on these people are running into trouble, right? Okay, so now I have a lot of guys who are in the business and they lost their license, had to come back, and they're struggling with this stuff because it's hard to take these tests. Okay. I studied for, okay. Yeah, 24 is a bitch, right? But I want you to think of it as like, think of it like you're learning, Jacob. Okay. I want you to think as you're reading. And by the way, the early ones are kind of boring, but they're all fucking boring. But just try to think, okay, always think as a rep, as a principal, what are you looking at? Okay. That's the whole thing is that what are you looking at? What do you as my students say, this is what they say the 24 is. It's your register rep fucks up. How do you handle it? What do you do? What do you do? Like one of the questions somebody got was this wasn't a fuck up, but it was, your branch is on a slip in a dock. And it's a boat, like a boathouse, and you make a branch, which there's no rule against that, but there has to be an address. And then they moved it from one slip to another. How long do you have to move to update it? You have 30 days. So everyone's focusing on the slip part, but it's really about that it just moved the address and we have to do it. I mean, that happened to me. I was at when I was running that other broker dealer, one of our branches said they were going to move from one floor to another. And I said, okay, just tell me when you do it, because it was out in Long Island, and I'm not going to fucking Long Island. I've been to Long Island 3 times in my life. Okay, so now, what happens is we go out, they do this, and then we get an audit by FINRA, and they come in and they go, we're going to check your branches. I don't know what happened. So they go there and they go, wait a second, the front of the building says you're on the first floor, but you're not there. You're on the second floor. And our Form BD says the first floor. So these guys moved before they told me, because I guess the other guy got out of the lease, but they moved from one floor to another. And we got in trouble. We didn't pay a fine, but he was like mad at us, and he was going to fine us, but we got out of it because it was on the 31st or 32nd day, so it's technically a violation. But I said, "Oh, I would have done it. I just got caught up," and he let it go. But the point was, if you change branches, you have to update within 30 days. Okay, so these are all little things. I know that's not a big deal, but I'm just saying 30 days is the magic number. I want you to treat it, Jacob, as if you're reading it to learn how to run a broker dealer. Think of all that stuff. Also, on the 24, net cap is over tested and the books hardly tested. I have my net cap video on the 24 stuff is what you need to know for the test, not more than that. Okay. Okay, liquidity buffer. Here's the problem. Okay, if it doesn't hurt to get it, but here's the thing: it lasts 4 years. Okay, so if you're a high school senior, if you think you can get an internship and get the 7 before the 4 years is up, that's fine, because they won't extend it. They're hardcore on that shit. So if you can get the 7 or the 6 before the 4 years is up, then it's worth it. If you don't, then wait. That's what I think. Okay. So again, it's awesome that you're doing it. I fucking think that's outstanding that you're a senior. You bought some Reddit and you're doing this shit. But just know that it lasts 4 years, which is better than 7, which lasts 2. But like if you're thinking about getting some internships, I mean, how really, if you take it, to take any fucking job in the summer, work at Northwestern, work at Primerica, work at anywhere where they'll sponsor your ass. All you have to do is take the thing over the summer. Once you get the 7, the essay is good for fucking ever. So if you're going to take it, that's fine. Okay. If you're going to take it, we're okay. But I would make sure that you can get sponsored within 30 days. Okay. And that looks like we're at the end. I love it. Okay, so Steve, you're ready for Thursday? I hope you are. Somebody else is 63 taking it Saturday. We got Alexis, you got my idea. Steve, you're taking it. Juan, we're going to nail this thing. You're going to nail this, right? Okay. So keep coming on here, keep doing stuff, and we'll go there, okay? We'll get you through this, okay? And again, here's a worse, you take it, and say it expires, you take it again, but it might get you a couple of internships. That if somebody sees you walk into college with the SIE, and also reach out to your school when you go to college, reach out and see if they count that as any credits. Because I know the 7, the colleges will allow that to be like a class. So if you have the Series 7 or the 7, maybe the 66, they allowed that to be one full class. So not a bad idea. Okay, guys. I think this is awesome. We had a good one, very busy. We didn't go over the hour this time, which is even better. I love it. Guys, I love seeing you guys. I'll see you in 47 hours. And I am gone.
Clap your fingers, do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it.